Have you ever felt nervous while speaking English because the words just don't come out fast enough? What if I told you that you can improve your fluency without anyone's help just by using your mind? Yes, thinking in English can transform the way you speak and understand the language. Let me share how this simple habit changed my life and how it can do the same for you. There was a time when speaking English felt like an impossible task for me. While I could read and write without much difficulty, the moment I tried to speak, my mind would freeze. The issue wasn't that I didn't know enough grammar or vocabulary. I had those tools. Instead, the real challenge lay in how I processed my thoughts. My brain naturally thought in my native language, and every time I needed to speak English, I would first translate my thoughts word for word. This translation process slowed me down significantly and made me feel unsure of my sentences. I often doubted if I was saying things correctly, which only added to my hesitation and lack of confidence. Realizing this pattern, I understood that to improve, I needed to change my approach. I decided to stop thinking in my native language and started practicing thinking directly in English. To do this, I began practicing alone, narrating my thoughts and actions in English without worrying about mistakes. This small but powerful habit helped me break free from the need to translate, enabling me to speak more naturally and fluently. It was a turning point that transformed my relationship with English. Step 1. Start small. The journey to thinking in English begins with baby steps. The first thing I did was describe my surroundings in English. For example, if I was in my room, I'd look around and say to myself, "The walls are blue. There's a chair by the window. I see a book on the table." At first, this exercise felt strange and awkward because my mind wasn't used to associating objects with their English names. However, I kept practicing, and over time, it became a natural habit. This simple activity taught me to think about everyday objects in English, bridging the gap between vocabulary and real-life contexts. It's a great way to build a strong foundation for fluency without feeling overwhelmed. Step 2. Talk to yourself in English. After getting comfortable describing things, I moved to having imaginary conversations with myself. I'd ask simple questions like, "What should I eat today?" or "What time do I need to leave tomorrow?" and then answer in English. For instance, "I'll cook pasta tonight. I need to leave by 9 a.m. tomorrow." This practice made me confident in forming sentences without external pressure. It also helped me process thoughts in English more fluently, turning hesitation into comfort. Step 3. Narrate your actions. To take it further, I started narrating my daily actions in English. If I was cooking, I'd say, "I am boiling water. Now I'm adding pasta. I'll chop some vegetables next." This step was incredibly effective for learning action-related vocabulary while linking words to real activities. It made me fluent in describing routines and improved my speaking ability in practical situations. Over time, this habit transformed my fluency and confidence in English. Why not give this a try? Start today by describing your surroundings or narrating your actions in English. Don't worry about making mistakes. You're practicing alone, so this is your safe space. The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel when speaking to others. If you've tried this technique before, share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear how it's helped you. Thinking in English offers powerful benefits for improving your fluency. The first advantage is that it eliminates the need for translation. Many learners struggle with speaking because their brain first processes thoughts in their native language, then translates them into English. This process not only takes time, but also disrupts the natural flow of speaking. By thinking directly in English, you bypass the step, allowing your speech to become faster and more fluid. Secondly, thinking in English helps you build your vocabulary naturally. Instead of memorizing random words from a list, you use them in real-life contexts as you describe your surroundings, narrate actions, or hold imaginary conversations. This practical application reinforces your memory, making it easier to recall the right words when you need them. Finally, this habit significantly boosts your confidence. When your brain becomes accustomed to operating in English, speaking feels more natural and less stressful. You no longer hesitate or second-guess your words, which allows you to focus on expressing your thoughts clearly. Over time, this consistent practice strengthens your ability to think, process, and communicate fluently in English, giving you the confidence to engage in real conversations with ease. I vividly remember the moment I realized this habit was making a difference. While talking to a friend in English, I noticed something incredible. I wasn't translating my thoughts anymore. The words flowed naturally, without hesitation or overthinking. For the first time, I felt confident and relaxed while speaking English. That moment was a turning point, as it showed me the power of practicing thinking in English. Over time, this habit became second nature, and now it feels as effortless as breathing. It transformed my ability to communicate, making English a comfortable and natural part of my daily life. Are you ready to take your English fluency to the next level? Here's a simple challenge for you. Dedicate just 10 minutes today to practicing thinking in English. Begin by describing what's around you, your room, the weather, or the objects nearby. Then, try narrating your actions as you go about your day, or have a short imaginary conversation in English. This practice is straightforward, yet incredibly effective. With consistency, you'll notice significant improvement in your ability to think and speak naturally. Give it a try. You'll be surprised by how quickly you start to feel more confident and fluent. Remember, every small step counts. If you stay consistent, you'll notice a big difference in your English skills. Don't forget to hit the like button. Share this video with someone who might find it helpful, and subscribe for more tips and stories to improve your English. Let's make learning English fun and effective together.